Welcome to my presentation. Today I'm going to be talking about the Jewish civilization. And these are the questions that I'll be answering. And the first question is, what is the geography of their country? Well, their country is pretty small. It's only 8,630 square miles, but there's definitely a wide diversity of terrain in this country, and which consists of mountains, plains, fertile lands, and deserts. And 1 minute you can be in the desert, and then the next you can be in the plains. And that's just how condensed this diversity of terrain is. So who is the leading figure? Well, there's the prime minister, which is this guy, and then there's also the president, which is this guy. And it's interesting because the prime minister is actually the one that holds most of the power. And while the position of president is just mainly ceremonial. So what kind of religions do they have? Well, the majority consists of Jews, which is 75.4%, while 16.9%, so the majority of the 16.9% of Muslims are actually Sunni Arabs, and then Christianity consists of 2.1%, and then other faiths are the ones that consist of the 4%. So what are the internal conflicts in this civilization, and what are the sides of the conflict, and what are their goals? Well, the big internal conflict is with Palestine and the Palestinian people. And the main thing is the Palestinian people want their land back. And as you can see here, Palestine is green, and over the years it's slowly shrunk as Israel has taken over. And so what they want is their land back. So they're fighting over land rights. One of the things they're fighting over is land rights. And what major problems is this civilization facing? Well, all their neighbors want to kill them, so that's definitely a major problem. But then there's also economic isolation, because a lot of people are boycotting their products in protest for what they're doing to Palestine. But looking on the bright side, what are positive things happening within the civilization? Well, they are pretty good at fixing at least some of the problems pretty quickly. For example, when there was a drought, it was a long drought, instead of doing what the U.S. has done in the past, which is just cutting down on the amount of water and definitely moderating the water, instead they've took an initiative and started converting ocean water, so salt water, into fresh water. And now that's where they get a lot of their water from nowadays, and they have even more water now than they did before the drought. So is this civilization clashing with other civilizations? If so, which and why? Well, there's quite a few wars that have happened and clashes that have happened, but I decided to just list 3. So the first one, Arab-Israeli War. This consisted of quite a few countries, so Egypt, Syria, Jordan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Lebanon. And this was pretty much just a war for independence. And then the 6-Day War, which consisted of Egypt, Jordan, Syria, was where Israel actually captured a lot of land and occupied a lot of land. And then the Yom Kippur War included definitely a lot of countries, including Egypt, Syria, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and a lot of the countries that are represented in this map. And basically, this was where Egypt and Syria were trying to take back the land that Israel had taken from them. And talking about the civilization's immigration, this has definitely happened throughout history for many thousands of years. And the Jews are definitely probably the most well-known immigrants from Israel, because the Jews, they were carried away captive, or they immigrated, or they were exiled. And as you can see here on the map, the darker the blue is, the higher percentage of Jews are in that population. And definitely Israel is the darkest blue, so that's where the majority of, definitely a lot of Jews are in Israel. But as you can see here in America, Australia, Canada, there are definitely a large population of Jews. And to conclude, as we learn more about other civilizations, we can better understand our place in the world, and we can also learn from the success and failures of other civilizations. And here are my sources, and thank you for watching.